Alright guys, what's up? What's going on? So here's a little air conditioner fix. I looked it up on YouTube. Pretty simple. So I've got my heater on. It's probably about 45 degrees outside right now. So I've got my heater running 24/7. And my fan was not turning. It's turning now, but it wasn't, right? This was humming. The motor was humming, right? So the motor was making noise. Everything seemed to be doing what it was supposed to be doing, except for the fan was not turning. All right, so what I did was I shut my power off right here. All right, which cuts power off to the entire AC unit. I kind of cleaned this up here a little bit, but this capacitor right here helps begin turning your fan. All right, and that capacitor down there, that turns on your AC pump. So what I did was I took this capacitor off. I cleaned it off some. The connections were pretty dirty. I shook it up. I smacked it against my knee a couple of times. They said that sometimes that'll help it, but it actually did. So I plugged everything back the way it was and turned everything back on, and my fan kicked on. Okay, so apparently this capacitor right here is probably faulty. I need to replace it here pretty quick. As a matter of fact, I've got the part coming to me right now as we speak. So I'll just end up replacing it, but at least I know that this is the part that's faulty. Right, I took it off, smacked it around a little bit, cleaned it up, plugged it back in, and it worked. And that's the only thing that I messed with was that capacitor. So that's got to be my problem. Anyway, just giving you guys a heads up. If you guys have an AC fan that's not blowing, check your capacitors. That thing was $8.30. Right, so instead of spending $200 on having somebody come check it out, open it up, see what you got, watch some YouTube, and fix it, boys. Thank you. Deuce. Alright, so after that video I just did, when I turned it off on the video and I turned it back on, the fan wouldn't kick back on. But now I've replaced the capacitor and I've turned it on. Let's see if it works. Nope. Oh my God, so that didn't work. That leads me to believe that my motor is bad. So I'm gonna have to replace my motor. Till next time. All right, so pretty simple. I took 2 screws off from there and from there. This whole thing just comes out, flips upside down. I took these, it's got 4 screws, 1 on each side, here, here, and here. Took those off, so now the motor's free, right? But I'm gonna have to disconnect these wires. So I've got a black, a brown, and an orange. All right, so my orange one goes to this capacitor down here, right here. Okay, that's my orange wire. And then my black one connects to right here. And then the brown one connects to right there. All right, so I'm gonna take my black off. All right, that's my black wire. And then my orange wire Okay, that's my orange wire. Alright, so I got my black and my orange, and then I've got my brown one, which is this wire right here. Alright, so there's my brown wire. Alright, so now I got all three of my wires. And now I can take my fan off of my lid. I'm not sure if I don't think that the actual blades will come with the motor. I think it's just gonna be the motor itself, so I'll have to take that off to replace it. But we'll see once I get the motor. I'll get the motor tomorrow. Alright, so I got everything pulled apart. And I've got my other video where it shows me where to put everything. So on the old one, I had an orange wire, a black wire, and a brown wire. On the new one, on the new motor that I got, I had two brown wires, a white one and a black one. According to my research, because this needs a whole separate capacitor because it runs on different power. So the brown ones both go to this capacitor. And the white one is equivalent to the orange, which I've spliced here. And the black is black. So I'll put the black where the black went, the orange where the orange went. And the brown one, instead of the brown one going straight, connected into there, they have to be connected into here. That's what I've read up on. So we're going to get this bad boy all back installed and see what happens. Alright, so I've completely replaced my motor. Put my blade on the new motor. I ran all my wires. So they said my white was equivalent to orange, so I put them together, put my orange back where it came from. My black was black. I put that there just because I didn't have another connector, so I could use the old connector. So I connected the black on. And then I've got both my brown wires. Instead of taking my brown over there to that piece, I've got both my brown running here because that's what it reads now that I've got two brown wires instead of one brown wire coming out. The new motor runs off of different energy, and this one here would burn it out, so it needs a different capacitor. So both those brown wires go onto this new capacitor that I didn't have before. And I just turned my AC on, and it looks like I'm running. So my fan's working. Everything seems to be going good. I got no sparks. I got my heater back. Alright guys, so little complicated once it turned into a motor having different wires and whatnot, but once I watched a couple of YouTube videos, checked it out, everything seems to be running good. I'm happy with it. Let's hope it lasts another 13 years.